A lot of times I get questions about interest rates, Fed rates, mortgage rates, what are rates, how does one affect the other, this whole Federal Reserve watch, these meetings, lots of talks about that, right? And you hear a lot out in the news, especially right now, and there's national, there's state, it can all differ. So anywho, I would like to ask a professional lender their insight on the differences between a Fed rate, interest rate, a mortgage rate. Try to explain that a little bit more and dissect it for you.
Hi, my name is John Wilmarth, and I'm with Directors Mortgage, and I was given the opportunity to explain a little bit about different types of rates. So more specifically, the difference between Fed rates, mortgage rates, and interest rates. The Fed rate has been the topic of conversations in a lot of real estate circles and different publications over the past several months, and even more specifically, since September of last year, we've seen about a 2.5% increase in the Fed rate. So what exactly does that mean? The Fed rate is the rate in which the Federal Reserve charges banks and depository institutions to lend their money to each other overnight. So this more has a specific impact on things like CDs and savings accounts and stuff like that. They raise these and lower these rates to help with many things. But one of the biggest hot buttons lately and over the past year has been inflation. So the Fed raises their rates to help combat inflation. So keep that word in mind, inflation. We're going to go over the next type of rate, which is mortgage rates. Mortgage rates aren't specifically tied to the Fed rate, but they are rather tied more closely to the 10-year Treasury rate. And we can dive into that a little bit further at another time. But let's focus right now on the inflation part. So when inflation is up, interest rates follow that. When inflation levels off or comes down, rates follow that trend as well. So while the Fed rate doesn't directly impact mortgage rates, it can have some impact in those areas, and you'll see a more direct mortgage rate correlation when it impacts things like inflation. So if inflation trends slow, we could see more favorable mortgage rates regardless of what the Fed rates do. And this could then create more available buyers in a tight inventory environment. That could be very supportive of pricing and home prices. So all things considered, now is a great time to buy as the market is becoming more favorable. Once again, my name is John Wilmarth. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.